Hello. Yes, I have a microphone. This is a special occasion. I have been promising the people this video about dating in Dallas. Today's the day, and we're going to make sure the sound is crisp. We're going to make sure the sound is crispy clear. Let's begin. There are a few things that I want to cover. One, an overall acknowledgement. Okay, proper interview. The full on acknowledgement is that I know that one, across the board, there seems to be a phenomenon going on where dating is not enjoyable for the people who are looking for long term love. Across the board, meaning like across the US, across the states. I do think that there are some states worse than others. I also think that a lot of things come to factor. So I will be speaking from the point of view of essentially myself and my friends my friends in the same like relatable space. So for those who don't know me, I am 34, black, um, dating black men, um, in a professional certain tax bracket. What would be certain? Let's say, so I'm gonna turn this off and be like, see, this is the problem. I would say the range of me and my peers of what people are looking for would be total 80 up. 80 up. Let's just say that. We'll just say that. 80 and up. My experience in Dallas specifically, and I tell my friends this a lot. One, I rarely get approached when I'm out at bars, parties, the store, places people be at, right? All different types of environments. Um, Rarely am I approached with people who are expressing interest. Can I buy you a drink? Da, da, da. The only time that it does happen, as it has happened in my now 4 years, happy 4 year Dallas anniversary to me today. We'll talk about that another time. I know I can go off on a tangent, so I'm like, we are sitting down and we're talking about dating and nothing else. The only time I've been approached, we'll say 9 out of 10, because we won't give it a perfect score, but 9.8 out of 10, it has been from someone who is not from Dallas, a non local, a transplant, a visitor. Typically, it is not a Dallas native. That's just my experience. Secondly, the men in Dallas, including the ones that have moved here, whether they've moved here for 10 years or 4 years, have, and I have a few theories about why. The men here have reconditioned themselves to understand that they are the prize, or that's what their understanding is. They are the sole prize. So they want to be approached. They want the drinks being bought for them. They want, the good morning texts. They want to be, there's a lot of, I will say the ratio of Dallas as far as, especially for people who actually look good, it's 1 in 7. Let's say 1 in 6. 1 in 6, one being man, 6 being women. It's a lot of really beautiful girls out here. I cannot say the same for people that live in Dallas. I mean, I'm talking like if the average Joes be flourishing out here. So if you're like actually fine and you live in Dallas, you're a unicorn. It is crazy. It is crazy. There's also this like if you're a promoter, you're flourishing, and I'm talking, baby. Some of these promoters look crazy. In general, most people in Dallas cannot dress, but some of these people, I know I don't care if I sound shallow. We all know what attractive people look like, and I'm also talking about their energy. Stank, rude, not nice people. And I'm telling you, women, 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 women all over the place. It's crazy. It's crazy. And not just like anyone, like pretty women, pretty girls. It's a shortage. There's a shortage. So then when you get past, so the first like when I started dating in Dallas, after I took time off from moving here in a relationship. We broke up. I took time off, and then I like tried the apps, right? So Hinge. I tried Hinge. What I realized from talking to people and just observing in general, um, Hinge to the men is a numbers game, and I would say some women too. I do know that a lot of people who are unserious will use Hinge as like, oh, let me go get a meal tonight type of thing. But the men have caught on to that, so thanks for that one. I've never that's another thing. That's not me, and it's a numbers game. The men are on Hinge as if it's Instagram. A swipe is like a like. And I remember this one time I went on a first date with this guy, and we were talking about it. Like it was a no once we got there, but he was cool, so we were just chatting or whatever. And he was like, he opened his Hinge, and his inbox, he had like 50 ongoing conversations. Like, what is the point? Like, a lot of people are on Hinge just to like stroke their own ego, and it's literally the marketing for Hinge says it's an app we're supposed to delete. So that's flawed. I personally got off Hinge. I got off, I went back on, I got off, I went back on. I think I got off and then I went back on again, and I was like, no. Because what I realized was I was Hinge was making me feel bad about myself. Like Kennedy says this all the time, like, when are the people that I like gonna like me? Like type of thing. Like the people that would be swiping on me, I'm just like, y'all just swiping. We don't even have anything in common. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of the looks, like, yeah, like we're not. A friend calls it, we're not on brand. Like we're not on the same brand, but like the shoe. I guess people thinking it is like shoot or shoot, and it's a low impact shot. But let's be for real. Like, are you even reading my profile? You know what I'm saying? So that would make me feel bad. And then of course, like the cute boys, I'm sure everybody is swiping on. So it's like, unless you send them a rose or something like that you have to pay for just to get noticed, or like you have to do something to get noticed. All of these things that is a no for me, because then you match with somebody and then their conversation is ass. Like, I am a conversationalist. I love talking, and not just chatter, not just like small talk, which I can do if I have to, but like, let's me and my friend, we talk about this. We'll be like, hey, how are you? Tell me your deepest fears. Like, I can't do what you eat for lunch. Oh, how was that? Oh, really? At a meeting? How was it? Oh, da, da, da. No. Let's break down this childhood trauma. Tell me how you feel about, when's the last time you cried? When's the last time you put your feet in the sand and like breathed for like 5 minutes and didn't speak to anybody? When's the last time you were by yourself? Did you take a solo trip? All of these things. I care about these things. Most people do not. Most people don't have the range. Most people are just not there yet. And so that's frustrating for me. That's frustrating for some of my friends that are on this type of time as well. Um Another thing is, yeah, so it just like there's just a misalignment going on. The few people I did date or gone on dates with in Dallas, there's also like this age old game which has been along for a while, and I can't believe people are still doing this, but like, let's just flow and see where it goes. But I do want a relationship, and then you do all the relationship things, but you don't want to call it a title. Like, really? We're gonna do that? We're still doing that? Okay. You're 33. Like, you are 36. You have a child. Like, all of these things, very cute in the 20s, but like, we're running game like that. Mm-mm. Another thing with Dallas is that everybody has children. Everybody has children. Um, Everybody has children. And I'm reminded of this when I go to New York and LA and these, like, just, I can't even say those cities specifically, because the hustle has kept people out of it. There's some still people with kids, but like, it's not as common. It's like everybody has a kid out here. And there's nothing like wrong with it, but it's just like, it's just different. Cause now you're scheduling around someone's like child. Um, Maybe they have a great relationship with their ex, baby mom, ex-wife. Mostly they do not. I think the under the Bible Belt location also throws in the people that are like I don't know. I don't. This is probably a different conversation, but it doesn't feel like Christians are uh promoting co-parenting. You can put a pin in that. That's a different conversation. But I just feel like where we're at today, co-parenting healthily, I want us to normalize that because yeah, the things that I be seeing some of these people go through on both sides is just so unnecessary. And who's suffering? The child. Figure it out, or children, because it'd be like two minimum. All right, so where are we at? Not being approached, misalignment with people in interest, in ability to conversate, um, not really attractive. I don't know. When you go to Houston, it's like, oh, oh, oh. I see fine people in Houston. Dallas is not. I'm sorry, and I'm talking about the single people. So my friends who are not single and are fine. This is not about you. Please, we're talking about the single and mingly fine people. Oh, I have a story. What's another thing I want to talk about? Liars. Why do y'all be lying? You guys are 30 years old. Why y'all be lying? Point that I will make. This happened 2 days ago. Ready? Boom. So me and my friends are having a time at one of my local watering holes, and a man walks up to me. I was like, oh, he was cute. He was a little short, but he was cute. He was taller than me, and so that's cool with me. My standards have expounded. Okay. And he comes up to me and starts having a whole conversation. I had a Mavs jersey on. It was a game night. And we were talking, and he was like, yeah, I just, me and some friends were just at such and such watching the game, and they're coming over on their way over here, and they're meeting me here. And I was like, okay, cool. He was like, yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from them, so I don't know where they're at, but they're on their way. I was like, okay, cool. We chop it up. It's a cute conversation, a little flirty, a little sparky. Cool. A decent conversation, at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. And I think that's being like, I think it was more than that. He asked me for my number. I give it to him. He tells me like where he's from. He's from Alabama, whatever. He lives in Dallas now, blah, 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 blah. He asks me if I am single, right? And I was like, yes, I am. And he I think he asked a follow-up question to that. And I was like, yeah, I'm single for real. He was like, cool. I was like, are you single? He was like, yeah. I was like, is there anyone that thinks they are your girlfriend right now? He said, no, with a laugh. And not like a laugh, I'm hiding something, like, no, definitely not. Cool. Gave the number. And then either his friends walked in, or he was just like, all right, cool, do your thing, we'll talk or whatever. Cool. Why? Probably 20 minutes later, I think his friends walked in shortly after that. I think that's what it was. They told him they were about to pull up, they were there. So he was like, all right, let you do your thing. Me and my friends were at a table. He was at the bar. Cool. 20 minutes later, at some point, I turn around and I see him at the bar talking to this white girl in a Mavs jersey and a hat. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then the next time I see him, still in the same place, and I'm like, oh, this is who you were waiting on? And it's unclear whether maybe they met at the previous bar and hit it off, and then her, because she was with a friend, met them because some of his friends were there, because one of his guy friends, he came up to me and he was like, yeah, I'm from Alabama. And I was like, oh, are you with such and such? I just met him an hour ago. And it was so funny because his energy was like, oh, what? When did that happen? Da, 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 da. And I was like, yeah, I peeped. So not only every time I saw him, he was with Shorty the whole time, flirty, close, in the ear, a whole date, y'all. A whole date. A whole date. Why would you say you have friends coming to meet you? And then why would you say you have friends coming to meet you and you have a whole chick that you're interested in coming to meet you? Here's what happened in my monk voice. Detective Monk, here's what happened. I think there's two versions of the story. I think either one, him and his boys went to Heroes and they met these girls there. And then it was like, oh, let's go to the next spot together. Or two, they go to Heroes and the girls go to Heroes as well. He's known the girl before today. And they were kikiing, and it was like, oh, what's the next move? Okay, let's go here. I think Somehow he maneuvered leaving early or getting to the second spot where I was early to peep out the scene. If you're a man, I'm onto y'all. To peep out the scene, to check the temperature, to see who all there, right? Especially with him rolling with a white girl. Went into the scene, peep. Is there any cuties? Is there any? Oh, there's a cutie. Let me go holler at her before my people come through, including the chick that I'm speaking to. Because, nah, Fab, you're tripping. No, I'm not tripping because you know why? And one of the times I did happen to see him at the bar, we did make a quick eye contact. I was not trying to spy on him. The bar was behind me, so I wasn't looking at him all night. I probably saw him 3 other times for over the course of like 3 hours. And it wasn't even that deep, but it's the principle. So me and my friends leave the bar. We're outside debriefing because a lot was going on. The whole crew comes out together. He's in full like leaving with Shorty, like next to each other. They weren't holding hands, but it was like we left together type of thing. Why does this man? Oh, I was like, bye, Alabama. Petty. Why does this man come over, give me a church hug, and then dap up my friends that he was not talking to make it seem like he was like, all right, y'all, bye. I am so. Y'all think you guys are so smart and so low. It is nasty work. You try to make it seem like we was all cool friends. Oh, just homies. Da, 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 da. Oh, nice seeing you. Oh, yeah, I met them. Da, 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 all of them. You wasn't talking to my friends. You was just talking to me. And then had the nerve. We probably left. It was like 1:30. They closed at 2. Had the nerve. I think I was home by 2 to text me and say, it was nice meeting you with a heart. Get off of my. Sorry, Ice. Come here. Get off of me. Get. Hi, baby. I know. The niggas are trash. Get off of me. Boy, I left that shit on red so fast. I love the read receipt now. You're going to see that I read it. And he knew it too because he didn't even follow up after that. Enough is enough. What was the point? What was the point that my thing is, hey, stop. My thing is, you don't know me. You literally just met me. You had absolutely stop. Thank you, baby. You had yes, it's a mic. You got something to say? Don't eat it. No licking. No kisses. You don't know me from nobody. You think I'm cute? Cute. You think I'm funny? Duh. Why are you lying to me? Or why are you not being truthful? And a lot of people are like, oh, he didn't lie. Actually, it's not a lot of people, but this is to cover those people. Why would you not be honest? It just looks insane. It looks insane. The dap up at the end was the craziest part because it solidifies all of my okay, Ice. It solidifies all of my hypotheses. And you're not gonna tell me. And my homie was with us, and he was like, "Yeah, that was crazy." This is what be going on in the streets. So unnecessary, unprovoked. I was minding my business. I did not come up to you. Nothing. Unprovoked. And you're dating. You're allowed to. That's not your girlfriend. Whatever. Cool. Y'all just talking. You just met. Whatever the case is. Cool. You're entitled to that. Why are you being shady and weird? You could have came up to me, kicked it. Da, 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 da. Oh, I got some people coming through. You said just your friends, your niggas. No, you got a girl coming up in here that you just met or that you've been kicking it to. That's weird. It's just weird, yo. It's just weird. Anyways, that is a really great example of don't it's not food, Bubby. That's a really good example. Get off of it. You have something to say? It's just a really good example of the interactions. I have a friend, all these boys be coming up to her, interested. She's gorgeous, stylish, all these things. Text number, they get the text, chat, no date. What is the point? I remember the other week, and I'm gonna end here. Somebody was like, oh, sorry. This guy was like,
everybody is taken.
What do y'all think about that? This is gonna be part 1.